Championship here at Bahrain, and I'm very glad to be back commentating for the Nemesis Online Racing League, as we're going to hop very quickly straight into one-shot qualifying for our feature race. Of course, this determines the grid for the feature race, and of course, as F2 has the reverse grid order for then the sprint race, which will be coming up second after the feature race. But just quickly running through the settings and rules of the league. Qualifying is on one shot, feature race distance and sprint distance is on 50% each, so the feature race is 16 laps and the sprint race is 12 laps. Weather is on dynamic, session start time is official, vehicle damage is on reduced, car setup is preset only, and we have pretty much everything else allowed. But now we're starting our qualifying. I'm very excited to see how all the drivers do. Of course, I've got to keep an eye out on a couple of drivers, Bolt TBD and Chazza. They are both very strong, and of course our last reigning two world champions of the Nemesis Online Racing League on an F1 game. Bolt, he was the historic championship winner, and Chazza was the F1 2018 championship winner, so they will be hoping to have a very good performance here. And they are teammates in the Russian time car, as we are on board with Bolt. This is now heading out what was that very difficult braking zone of turn 10, now up to this very fast left-hander, which then sweeps right around into right-hand corner, which is just about flat out in these cars. And that inside curb, you don't want to touch it, otherwise you will go spinning around. But it looks like Bolt here is having a very good lap. Oh, and there you go. We can see that Chazza is on the medium compounded tyres. But of course, Woody Racing is also challenging Bolt here. I believe Bolt is the Super Formula champion, so if I am wrong, correct me. But I know he's come from GT Sport, and it looks like it has been Bolt on pole with a 140.5, closely followed by Woody in second on a 140.6, and then a big gap back to Paddy Brick on a 141.4. As we will now just wait until the session times pop up, and we'll go through the grid order. There we go. Bolt on pole, second is Woody, third is Paddy Brick, fourth is Testameister, fifth is King No Skill, sixth is Chazza, seventh is Danny Bin Lahar, eighth is Sonic, ninth is Chiller Killer, 10th is Jay Hobson UK, 11th is Anel, 12th is Lazar, 13th is Dougie, 14th is Val, 15th is Skull, 16th is G-Man, 17th is Jacobs Motorsport, and 18th is the Campos driver, 19th is Hereford. And that is our grid, as we're now about to head into our feature race, which will go 16 laps. And hello to Cameron Adam in the chat, good to have you along, mate. Very excited. This should be a very interesting race, especially with the split strategy of the Russian time drivers. Chazza starting on the medium, and gaming now Toby, Bolt, however you want to say, that is the same man. He is starting on the soft, and of course he is on pole position and scores 4 points for taking pole position. At least I think he does. But we're just waiting for the drivers to load in. Now, you can't really change anything because you can't even change the fuel amount that you have in the car for the feature race, and of course for the sprint race. But I'm pretty sure we go into a formation lap here, which I'm sure the drivers will be absolutely thrilled about, and indeed we do. Yes, we all love always. Who was that has gone absolutely flying off? I think that might have been Danny Bin Lahar. No, it wasn't. I've been falsely accusing someone. I'm not too sure who it was, but whoever went off the track there had a bit of a mare. I must say, on a bit higher fuel, it's very easy to lose the rear end of these cars. Certainly a lot easier to lose the rear end of these cars compared to the Formula 1 cars in this game, especially after the recent patch, where it seems as if the F1 cars have all the grip in the world. And we're just waiting for the drivers to bundle around now. But a very good showing by Paddy Brick, who's qualified in third, of course returning to the league. I remember racing with him quite a few years ago now. Danny, of course we've got very familiar names with Bolt, Woody, Testo, Chazard, Danny, Sonics, Jay Hobson, who was Lord George, Anel, Lads the Greek, great to see him returning. Raced with him on 2015 and 2016, then he went and dedicated himself to another game, but now he is back. Then we've got Doug Efferman, of course, we all know him. Val, of course, the founder of the league. Great to have him safe and sound here tonight. Skull, or Colin McAllister, Galactic Skull, good to see him here. G-Man, Kevin Jacobs Motorsport, or Jacobs Motorsport now, great to see him here as well. And of course, we've got a couple of other new people. Hereford, I believe, who is a mate of Jay Hobson, UK. G-Man as well, great to see. And of course, Chiller Killer. Great to see lots of new faces on the grid as we've got 19 drivers, which is fantastic to see. A great turnout for our first race here in the Nemesis Online Racing League Championship round number 1 here at Bahrain, the Sakhir International Circuit. And now we're just about ready to get underway. The drivers are all starting to form the grid as we're here with Hereford, who starts last of all. And now we're going to get right into the action. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights out and away we go. There is a lot of bogging around for all of these drivers. These cars just seemingly not away, but it looks like Woody has got a very good start and it's up the inside of Bolt into the first corner. Is he going to make it stick? Yes, he is. Fantastic start there by Woody. But now Bolt is trying to go around the outside and it looks like there's been a little bit of contact and Bolt's gone through the gravel. And Woody is into the lead of this race, as now we can see there's quite a bit of squabbling in the background here as Chazza is already up into 4th place, moving up 2 positions already. Danny Bin Lahar is up into 2nd as well, and it looks like there might have been some further action down the field as Paddy Brick has lost quite a lot of positions, but it looks like Woody and Bolt are back at it as Bolt now looked like he tried to go up the inside of Woody Racing, but he's not been quite able to make the move stick. Or as Woody has got locked up and he's gone off the track. This is going to give Bolt a very good opportunity and he has got the lead back now. Oh, it looked like there'd been some major contact behind. I'll try and see what has happened behind. Oh, we've got an absolute squabble here further down for the last couple of points positions. We've got Lazar going up the inside of Jay Hobson. Very nice move there by Lazar the Greek. But let's see what's going on back down here as we've got the G-Man, Kevin Jacobs. They're all very wide off track there. I'm not entirely sure what's happened. We might have missed a little bit of carnage, but it is Bolt, TBD, Team Black Diamond, leading the Grand Prix. It was been a very eventful lap 1, I must say. Woody got the lead into turn 1, but then gave it up again up into turn 10 where he went off the track, and now Bolt has a half-second lead over Woody, and Woody will be looking to get that position back as soon as he possibly can. And he's very late on the brakes. Oh, as Chazza has made a move there on Testomeister and has moved himself up into P3. And Chazza, of course, is on the medium compound of tyres, as we can see there, along with Anel Tanovic and Hereford. So very, very well done there by Chazza, gaining 3 positions already after 2 laps, and he's put himself in prime position for the latter stages of this race, when of course he will go on the soft compound of tyres. But Woody Racing is hassling Bolt as Bolt runs a little bit deep there, allowing Woody to get onto the back of him. And this is the most difficult braking zone on the whole entire track. So easy to go deep, as Bolt does a little bit. He just missed the apex, but he did not lose too much time whatsoever as Testameister harassing the back. Oh, we've got a car going off track there. I couldn't quite see who it was. It was someone. But Chiller Killer and Danny. Oh, there's a little bit of contact between Danny and Chiller Killer there. And it looks like Chiller Killer has gotten away with it, as Woody and Bolt are battling once again, with Bolt up the inside. So Woody up the inside of Bolt there, as we're now coming down to the last corner. Woody going to defensive. He is defending with everything he's got at the moment, as Bolt looks for a little bit of a switchback line. He gets on the power a little bit too eagerly there, loses the rear end. But now Bolt in the slipstream of Woody as they head down the main straight for the start of lap number 3. Which way is he going to go? He's going to go to the inside line. Bolt down the inside of Woody Racing, down into turn 1. Woody going around the outside. It looks like he's going to be able to hold on. Fantastic defending there by Woody, giving up the inside line. But he's like, nope, you can have that. I'll just go clean around the outside. And that is exactly what he's done. Fantastic defending there by Woody, I must say. And it looks like we've got some further action behind, as Danny Bin Lahar is into 7th place. And I think he might have just hit, Jay Hobson might have just hit the back of him there. So I think we had Val. Yes, I think it was Val who went very sideways out the back there. Oh, and we're getting close at the front once again. Very close action between Bolt and Woody Racing here for the first position on the track. As we've got Jay Hobson moving up past Danny Bin Lahar. Oh, that is Chiller Killer running very wide there. But it's Bolt up the inside of Woody Racing here. Is he going to get the move done? Yes, he is. Although Woody's going to look for a switchback. And is he going to have the outside line for this long sweeping corner? He is, but he's not going to be able to hold on to it. He goes across the curbing, and that's lost him quite a bit of time, I think. No, not as much. I think that just might have been my laggy Australian internet. Of course, these guys are in Europe and I am Australia. But now, Woody, once again, is all over the back of Bolt, and he's not going to attack into the final corner. And of course, these guys battling oh so hard is just gonna be better and better for Chazza, that is for sure. As now Woody is in the slipstream here of Bolt. Which way is he going to go? He's going to go to the inside line, even though he just defended perfectly around the outside. He's gone for the inside line, and he has got, it looks like he's secured the move there. For P1, Woody back into the lead of this Grand Prix. Very well done there, as we've got some action between Chiller Killer and Lazar. Chiller has got back on Lazar, but Lazar immediately back on him, and I believe he has DRS. Lazar looks like he's going to try and make a move up the inside. He's hit that curb. Oh, and a little bit of contact, side pod to tyre contact there, but no dramas caused there. Nice defending there by Chiller Killer. Or as he's hit that curb, he's gone a bit squirmish. Lazar is going to throw it up the inside, is he? He is indeed. Who's going to come out on top of this? Lazar went a little bit too much over that curb and the outside line. Oh, and who's that spinning? It's Testameister. Testameister spun out of 4th place. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. And now he's down into P10. Costly mistake there by Testameister has cost him a multitude of positions. And he is absolutely rattled. He's losing so many positions, as we've got Danny now trying to get back on Jay Hobson UK. 4P6. Oh, Jay Hobson gets on that curb, and there's going to be nowhere for Danny to really go, as we've got another brilliant squabble between Lazar and Chiller Killer up ahead. It's battles galore so far here at Bahrain, and Lazar, he doesn't know which way to go. Chiller is all over the racetrack, but Lazar, for the time being, is going to stay behind. But it looks like Jay Hobson is going to go around the outside of Danny Bin Lahar. Fantastic move there. But now we're going to turn our attention back as Bolt goes down the inside. Not quite of Woody Racing. Woody Racing manages to hold it around the outside. But now Danny has managed to get himself up past Jay Hobson here, as it looks like Lazar has also got himself back up. Oh, as no, Chillakiller, he's all over the back. Lazar's got DRS, they're glued together. Which way is Chillakiller going to go? He's going to have to go around the outside, maybe look for a switchback, but Lazar defends that superbly, made sure there was no available switchback, and he is held on to that 4th place. Well done, Lazar, on his return to the Nemesis Online Racing League. But Woody Racing seems to be a little bit more under control of this race. I wouldn't say he's under, well, I wouldn't say it's comfortable, that's for sure. Bolt is still there, but it looks like, as soon as I've spoken, Bolt is in the slipstream and looks like he's going to have to go around the outside. Woody defending very hard the inside line, and he holds on to his P1 for the time being. But Bolt's got a very good run here, as Woody now has to take the inside line, going to compromise his run out of this corner, and you can see Bolt all over him there, as we've got 3rd place man Shazza on, of course, the harder compounded tyre, just absolutely licking his lips here, saving his tyres, and he's going to be very delighted. But it looks like Bolt has gone up the inside. Woody's going to go for a switchback, just about manages not to hit the back of Bolt, but who's got the DRS? It's going to be Woody Racing who's got the DRS, heading down the main straight. He's going to go for the inside line. Bolt is going to have to hold on around the outside. Oh, Bolt's cut back into the slipstream, and it looks like it's going to be Woody who's going to manage to hold the move. Well done, Woody. It looked like Bolt might have been able to get him back once he cut back into the slipstream. But no, as we've got more action behind us. Chillakiller's gone up the inside, but gone massively off the circuit, and there's no grip out there, and this might allow Danny Ibn Lahar to get past Chillakiller. Oh, but he's lost it, and Jay Hobson has just about avoided him and has moved himself up into 6th place. Well done, Jay Hobson. That could have been a monumental crash there, but Lazar has now moved himself back up into 4th as Chillakiller made that mistake. And Danny is now down into 7th behind Hobson. Has been oh, that's a bit ambitious there. Oh, Chillakiller's gone spinning around. He's in the wall. What an absolute disaster. He just got himself up into a good position. Oh, don't. Oh, I thought he was going to spin back in front of everyone then, but he did well. As now Danny is trying to capitalise on a couple of mistakes by Testmeister and Chillakiller, and is now moved up into 6th place past Paddy Brick. But once again, Bolt and Woody are so close, and Shazza is nearly within a second of these guys now. Shazza is right there, as Bolt is now going to feint a move up the inside. He does not go for it. But these two's constant squabbling has cost them quite a bit of time. What's happened there? I'm not too sure, but they've gone into the pit lane. Oh, and one of them's gone onto the gravel, and both of them have got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, no! And with Shazza right behind them before they pitted, that is not what you want. They have both cost themselves a big opportunity to win here, with both of them speeding into the pit lane. But now, let's see what's happened here. It's hard to keep up with everything as they are in the pits and everyone's moving up positions, as a lot of drivers are in the pit lane. Lazar, there's a lot of other drivers, but it looks like Bolt's going to come out ahead of Woody here. Yes, he is indeed. Lazar, Jay Hobson, Paddy Brick, Val, all in the pit lane to put on the medium compound of tyre, as I'm trying to find whereabouts I need to be here. But Bolt, Woody had the edge going into the corner, sorry, out of the corner, but then Bolt somehow went to the pit lane ahead. Then Woody went on the grass, and both of them got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Very odd stuff. But one person who's going to be very happy about that is going to be Shazza, that is for sure. He is in P1, and of course on the medium compounded tyre, he's going to go a long way in this Grand Prix. And as you can see, he's not wanting to overstress the tyre, not putting much steering angle whatsoever into the car. And he currently has a 21-second lead over Testemeister and Hereford. And as you can see, all of these guys are medium tyre runners, except for Testemeister, who's on the soft compounded tyre. So we're going to have to watch out for That, oh, and was that car spun there? No, I don't know if it was or not. I was too busy looking at this up the top here. I need to see who's pitted. Yes, there we go. Yes, so everyone has pitted except for Chazza, Testo, Hereford, Anil, and Chiller Killer, as Testo now comes into the pit lane, which promotes Hereford up into second place, and also Anil up into third place, and Chiller has also got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Absolute penalty disaster for everyone here, but it looks like Woody Racing has got himself past Bolt once more up into fourth place, and at the moment provisional race lead. But looks like there might be some more action behind. No, it's Testo pitting, and of course also Chiller Killer pitting as well. Oh, but Bolt's gone spinning around! It looks like he might have just clipped the hit. There's been contact between Woody and Bolt. Bolt's hit the inside of Woody. I'm not entirely sure who's at fault there, but Bolt's gone spinning around and has lost about 3 seconds to Woody there. Contact which we just seen the back end of there, but that is going to cost these two. And pretty much Bolt, he's gone deep there. He's just made another mistake. There's been costly errors here. Lots of squabbling on between Woody and Bolt, and it was bound to happen. When you're battling that much, it is bound to happen, as now Chazza comes into the pits already. Very early pit stop off the medium compounded tyres. He must not have been feeling well on those tyres, as Woody's actually got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. So there you go, but Chazza is now going to come out on the soft compounded tyres, and whereabouts is that going to put him? As now we can see Hereford coming down the pit straight, and there is Chazza on our right, and closely followed behind Hereford is Anel Tanovic. Where is Chazza? Chazza is just coming out of the pit lane now, and there is Woody on his left hand side. Chazza is going to come out just behind Woody, and he is on fresh soft compounder tyres, and it's going to be very hard for Woody to keep Chazza behind, and Chazza has about a 2-second lead over his teammate Bolt in 5th position. But well, this has been a dramatic Grand Prix so far, with contact between who were 1 and 2 most of this race, Bolt and Woody. Fantastic scrap, ending in some contact. As now we've got Testo and Chiller Killer battling for 11th place at the moment. Oh, and Testo absolutely launches it from about 50 miles back, and there's been some contact there, and that is certainly got to be questionable moving from Testomeister there. Questionable overtake attempt, as he now has Sonics all over his rear end, but not quite able to capitalise, as Chiller Killer didn't get hampered by that contact, and he stays in 11th place. But now it looks like Woody is going to go up the inside of Anel to take back 2nd place, and right behind Anel is Chazza, and he now has DRS on Woody, as Woody sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix of 1:43.8, 1:42.8, as now Chazza closing miles and miles under braking and in the slipstream of Woody, and it's going to be surely just a matter of time. Oh, and who is that spinning off there? I think it might have just been the G-Man, who is a lapped car, but Woody is defending from Chazza here up into turn 4, and Chazza is going to be all over the rear end of Woody. He's not going to let him breathe, that is for sure, as we are now on lap 10 out of 16, and Woody is having to defend, that is for sure. Down into turn 10, very difficult braking zone, as we have mentioned previously. Hereford getting all over the brakes, and Hefford is certainly going to hamper Chazza here. Chazza might have to send it up the inside. He has not, though. Hefford's run wide, and that should allow Chazza to move up comfortably into P2. And indeed, that, of course, is for position. Chazza had to turn out the corner then, as Woody's run a little bit wide there. Chazza taking this very narrow line into that corner, as we've seen him take multiple times so far this Grand Prix, as Bolt is now closed up also to the back of Hefford, as I think Hefford might be pitting in the next couple laps, or potentially at the end of this lap. But our main focus is on Chazza, and what an exit he has got out of that corner. And now he is all over the back of Woody Racing. He's already pulling to the inside. It looks like Chazza will have this move. Oh, as Woody cuts back very violently, and he's sent it down the inside of Chazza. He's locked up, but there is no contact between the two. And it looks like Chazza has moved himself up into the lead of race. But can Woody respond? Up onto the run, up to turn 4. He's closing, that is for sure. He's feinted the move. Oh, and there's been massive contact there. Woody has run right into the back of Chazza and sent him off the track. But Woody doing the right thing and letting Chazza back ahead. That could have ended in absolute disaster. Woody feinted for a move up the inside and then just ended up hitting the back of Chazza. Oh boy, and now Bolt has caught up to the back of Woody Racing. Could we see some more battling between these two? Oh, it looks like Woody might be... I think that's just my lagging. They're probably not lagging, that's for sure. But Bolt now with a very, very good exit. Oh, and he's squeezed a little bit there by Woody as he lost the rear end. And Bolt is all over the back of Woody. But Chazza, he'll be certainly wanting Bolt and Woody to be battling so he can just build that gap. But of course, Woody, I think, has about 8 seconds worth of penalties, 5 from speeding in the pit lane and 3 from corner cutting. And Bolt has also a 5-second time penalty, so Chazza is very, very comfortable in this Grand Prix. And he is pulling away already, nearly has that second gap over Woody Racing. It's going to be very crucial for Woody Racing to be within that 1 second so he can get the DRS and help himself defend from Bolt. And indeed he has, but Bolt is looking very, very dangerous here. But Woody does have that DRS that I was just so speaking about. And Bolt won't be close enough into the braking zone, although it does close very, very much in the braking zone there. But it looks like Woody got the better exit out of that corner. And it looks like we can leave that battle just for the moment, as we're going to pay attention to some other battles on the track. As we've got Danny Bin Lahar and Paddy Brick battling for P5. Paddy Brick is right there, that is for sure. Although he just had a bit of a poor exit out that corner just as I went on to him, as we've got Anel and Hefford, of course, who hadn't pitted, and who is... Oh, Anel Tanovic. Boy, oh boy, he absolutely missed his braking zone by an absolute miles and a half. Boy, oh boy, as... I don't know who on earth that was going off the track ahead of it. I think it was the G-Man, who was a lap down. I seen someone nearly off in the barrier, so I'm like, oh my days. Oh, as Danny, he's gone into the wall. Oh, and Jay Hobbs has nearly gone into him somehow. But now Danny Abidalahar, who was a beneficiary of people spinning there, has now lost positions. But guess what? It's Bolt and Woody Racing back battling it again, as Woody Racing is squeezing Bolt to the inside for the final corner. He's not going to give him any space whatsoever. Bolt has now got the inside line, has taken that position. Bolt with a fantastic move there. And now Woody Racing will be looking to going back. Of course, he has the slipstream. He has the DRS. Heading down to turn 1. Bolt is going to squeeze him right to the wall, returning the favour that he was just given by Woody, as Bolt can't do anything about it, as Woody has got the move done and moved himself back up into P2, but he can do potentially something about it, heading up into turn 4, or no, he cannot. No, he cannot. He is a bit too far back there. Oh, as Woody actually runs a little bit deep there. He has run deep, as we've now got Val and Danny. Of course, Danny now has to go in the pits for front wing damage, as now Val has moved himself up into P8. A very good result considering he is going through a major thunderstorm at the moment where he lives in Italy. But guess what? These two are close together again. Bolt and Woody. Very, very close into turn 10 there. And now Bolt has DRS, and it looks like things are getting a little bit personal between these two as Bolt is going to go down the inside on Woody. Is he going to get the move done? They're side by side. Oh, it's very close, but Bolt has just about squeezed the move. He's just got the move done on Woody Racing, but Woody Racing will not be seeing the end of that. He will be wanting to get his position back as he's run very wide and gone onto the gravel. That has gifted Bolt a huge margin. He now has a well over a second gap to Woody Racing. And finally, that battle between those two that has been raging on all race might be coming to an end here, which certainly will relieve the stress levels of those two. It got it looks like it got very heated as they were squeezing each other nearly into the pit wall before. So now we're going to go and watch some other battles as Anel Tanovic and Hefford are side by side. But it looks like Anel Tanovic has just got that move done, touching the inside curb. You don't want to be touching that, as we've seen Anel lose the rear end ever so slightly, but Anel's gone deep there, and this should allow Hefford the perfect opportunity to potentially get the move back on Anel Tanovic for P10. Is he going to chuck it up the inside of the final corner? Indeed he is. Hefford, as we've got other cars behind him, Sonics and Dougie Alfred then. It looks like we've got a 4-car scrap here for P10. Oh, and there's been absolute chaos here. It looks like Hefford's got a very poor run. As now Anel Tanovic, one of these camera angles that were being shown, headed up the inside of Anel Tanovic as we've got, looks like we're trying to make it 3 wide there. The car behind, nearly making it 3 wide behind, but Anel Tanovic has got the position at the moment. He's got Hefford, Sonics and Dougie Afferman all behind him, lining up in a queue, making this a 4-scrap battle. Oh, as Sonics nearly ran into the back of Anel Tanovic there, and Hefford is trying to get that move on Anel Tanovic. He's not quite side by side, is he? No, they're not quite side by side. So Anel Tanovic has held on to P10 for the time being, but Hefford has got past him. Has he down the inside? No, he has not quite. Anel Tanovic has held on to that position, but not so quickly, Sonny Jim, as Hefford moves back up into P10, and Anel is going to have to bite his tongue for a little bit longer. Oh, and what's gone on here? Chazza just lost a huge amount of time, it looked like, but no, that was some fake news. I thought something had gone on there, as we've got the G-Man getting a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits now. Sorry, the gap went down to 1.1 seconds, but then it went straight back up to 1.7 seconds. So that's a bit annoying there. But Anel putting the pressure on Hefford right out the corner, and Hefford's run deep there just like Anel did on the previous lap, and that's going to gift Anel Tanovic 10th position, as he should hold on to this move up the inside of the final corner. But Hefford all over the curb trying to get that switch back, as Sonics now is also very close behind, as Dougie Afferman is just sitting back and enjoying this battle, that is for sure, not wanting to get involved in the chaos, waiting for the chaos to happen. But they're 3 wide now, down into turn 1. Who is going to make the move? It looks like it's going to be Hefford. It's going to hold on, as Anel Tanovic is just about being done by Sonics there. But now it looks like it's only going to heat up between these lot, as now Anel Tanovic is going to have to try go up the inside or go down the middle of Hefford and Sonics. Anel been squeezed there by Sonics, and Anel's lost the rear end, and that's going to allow Dougie Afferman, who's been waiting patiently there, to get past. No, he's broken very, very early there, has Dougie Afferman, and he's not going to move up anywhere. But Anel is down into 12th now, Hefford in 11th, and Sonics in 10th. Oh boy, things are certainly heating up for 10th place, as it looks like everything is relatively calm in front of these guys. Oh, but Dougie Afferman has now just got past Anel Tanovic. So now, Dougie Afferman has moved himself up into 12th place, and I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. As I just need to try and get my breath back after what has been a very chaotic last couple of laps. Well, and tell you the truth, whole entire race, as we're now coming on to the last lap, as Chazza, who was leading Bolt by 1 and a bit seconds on the final lap of the feature race here at the Sakhir International Circuit in Bahrain. And we're going to enjoy the onboard of Chazza, who is on the soft compound tyres. Those tyres will be starting to wear out, that's for sure now. Oh, and there's some more battling going on as Hereford has... It looks like he got past Sonics, but Hereford's ran wide now. And then Adol and Dougie are battling there side by side. The camera angles haven't been great, so I can't really trust them at the moment. I've lost everything here. Sorry for that, guys. Now, Hereford is up the inside of Sonics, is he? Who is ahead? It looks like Hereford is just about, but Sonics are going to go round the outside. And what's happened? There's a yellow flag out on track for some reason. Hereford is there. But now, coming through the final corner, it's going to be Chazza winning the feature race from his teammate, Bolt. Then third is going to be Woody, but we're going to go back to the action behind between Dougie, Adel, and Hereford. Hereford. Has there been... It looks like there won't be any further overtakes behind... But what a performance that was by Chazza, starting on the medium compounder tyres, was in P3 after 2 laps, and capitalised on Bolt and Woody squabbling over each other, and has taken the win here. P1 for Chazza, P2 for Bolt, P3 for Woody. And on his return to the Nemesis Online Racing League in the feature race, Lazar takes P4. Fantastic result and a fantastic drive from Lazar the Greek. Didn't make any mistakes like we've seen from Testomeister, Danny, and I believe it was Chiller Killer, as well, as we're just waiting for our last couple of drivers to complete the race. That would be Danny, Skull, and the Campos driver. So I'm going to take a little bit of a drink. And there we go. The feature race is over. My throat is absolutely killing me after 16 laps of commentary, which is not good. But Chazza, he is the winner. And he takes home all available points. He'll be certainly very delighted. Of course, it's not the end. We have our sprint race coming up after this, with of course reverse grid order. So let's see who can take advantage of the reverse grid order for the start of the sprint race. But now we're just going to very, very shortly see the classification. And there we go. Chazza winning, taking full 25 points. Very, very good drive there by Chazza. It's going to be his teammate Bolt in second, Woody in third, fourth is Leslie the Greek, fifth is Paddy Brick, sixth is Jay Hobson UK, seventh is Killer Chiller, eighth is Val, ninth is Testomeister, 10th is Sonics, 11th is Hefford, 12th is Anil, 13th is Doug Yaffman, 14th is Danny Ibn Lahar. He'll be disappointed with that, he started 17th and went into the wall. 15th is Skull, 16th is Sheffitar, I apologise, 17th is Jacobs, and 18th is the G-Man. As we're now going to load in for the sprint race, as we've got some comments from a few of the drivers here. Gaming now, of course, Toby, who was Bolt. He said, F, I'm such a bottle job. Of course, I think he might be referring to a little bit of the contact there, and of course him speeding in the pit lane. Kevin Jacobs saying, terrible bleep race. I guess I'm sure you can guess what he said there. And also great to see some comments from Callum J. Spencer. Good evening, Nib. Good luck all. Yep, thanks for that, mate. JB, of course, who is a viewer from Chaz's channel. Good to see you in the chat, mate. Nice to have you along. And Stingray, of course, who used to race in the Nemesis Online Racing League, saying so many battles at once, perfect. Oh no, wow, that was damn stressful. And so good to see you all along in the chat here for what is the race here at 7 AM in Australia on a Sunday morning. So you should be all very happy that I have done this. And look who it is on pole! It is Nemesis! It is Val! He is on pole. The Italian is going to be so delighted with that. I know that for sure. He's taking advantage of the reverse grid order. Oh boy, as we've got Chiller Killer in second, Jay Hobson UK in third, Paddy Brick in fourth, Liza in fifth, sixth, Woody seventh, Bolt. So that's one thing for sure. Woody and Bolt and Chazza are going to be together the whole entire race, and of course there shouldn't be any difference in strategy, as they should be all starting on the medium compounded tyre, as you don't have to pit for the sprint race. Of course, 12 laps. And of course, there you go, everyone on the medium compounded tyre. So, there'll be nothing to be looking at in terms of tyres. We'll just be looking at that position change. Detailed there. And Murcielago in the chat. Good to see you along, mate. Toby, Chaz and Woody, sick stuff indeed. It was great battling between those three, in particular Toby and Woody, battling all race long. Mafia, Valini's cheeky Mafia tactics, stay 8th to start first the second round. Indeed, he's done well here as Val on pole for the reverse grid order for the sprint race, which will be getting underway very, very shortly. As who was that off track there? Someone went off track. It might have been Paddy Brick. I'm not entirely sure. As everyone's weaving, getting all the temperature into their tyres for the sprint race, and I'm going to have some more water up before we get underway to try and condition my throat. That sounds very wrong. As Danny G said, it was me. So there you go. It was him. He says keep, and Danny G also comments, keep up the commentary, mate. I will do, that's for sure. I do love doing some commentary. And it's great to be back. Well, it's great to be back commentating for the Nemesis Online Racing League after I was, well, basically asked. Well, basically, I volunteered. I'm happy to be back anyway. That's all that matters, as we're now just about to get underway for our sprint race here. We're waiting. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it is lights and away. Val does not go, as Chiller Killers look like he's got a very good start, but oh, there's been someone off there in the background. I'm not entirely. It's Testameister. He's spun straight in the wall and is spinning more, as it looks like Woody. Oh, there's been contact between Woody and Val. Oh dear, but Val has somehow managed to keep first place, as now Lazar is going to be all over the back of Val for the first place. Lazar's going to have to go around the outside of Val. It looks like that will not be happening, as Chiller Killer is in third. Bolt is in, as Val and Lazar were nearly going side. Lazar is all over the back. Look at the back, the rear end. Now Chiller Killer and Bolt. Lazar up the inside of Bolt. Is he got Bolt as Chiller Killers ran wide, and Lazar might be up into second here after his mistake. Lazar and Chiller are side by side. Don't by side through there. One of them has surely got to run deep, as they somehow kept it on track there. I don't know how. I have absolutely no idea how they've kept it on track, but somehow Val has managed to stay ahead, as I thought we were going to have a move to the Russian time drivers there. But Val, after contact with Woody Racing, that one has managed to hold on to first place. Oh boy. Dramatic start as it looks like Lazar and Chilla are once again back at it as we've got some yellow flags and Daddy's out of the race. Daddy is retired from the race as Chazza is now, sorry, Lazar is all over the back of Chilla Killer. Chazza and Lazar, of course, very easy to mix it back up, but Chilla is now all over the back of Val, and it looks like he is surely going to take first place in this race. Is he? What is this camera view? As Val defends the inside line, he's managed to hold on to first place for the moment, who's dropped back into 5th place. But Chilla Killer now with a very good run out of that corner and up on the run down to turn 4. Is he going to get the move done on Val? No, Val defends very inside line, but looking for a switchback potentially. He's going to Val managed to hold on to first place for the time being, as we've got some more yellow flags. Skull TBD is in line. Val going very defensive as he usually does, but it looks like that's just completely gifted Chilla Killer the line, and that's Chazza. He's gone for a little bit of speed there. Looks like some of his front wing. Oh, and his teammate Bolt nearly runs into the back of Lazar. Chaos, chaos, chaos here so far in this sprint race, as now Bolt is in the slipstream of Chilla, and of course with Chilla being in the slipstream of Val, it kind of negates it, as Val is still holding on to his first place for the time being. But Chilla Killer with an absolutely ridiculous run on Val. Val is having to go defensive into nearly every single corner, and Bolt is just going to have to sit and observe here. Oh, as now Bolt has got a terrific run on all 3 of them. It looks like he's going to try and make it 3 wide. He's going to go up the inside of Chilla Killer into the final corner. As Chilla Killer cuts back across the line of Val, and it looks like both of them have got past Val, but now it's the battle between Bolt and Chilla Killer down into turn 1. Chilla Killer right against the pit wall, so Bolt can't get that inside line. Bolt is making sure he continues to squeeze, but Chilla Killer finds himself ahead into the braking zone. Bolt's going to have to go the long way around to get past. Is he going to do so? Yes, he is. Oh, and I think Val has spun. Val has spun. Oh, dearie me. Our pole sitter for this sprint race has spun, and is now find himself down into P7. But I think there was some other contact there, as now Lazar is trying to go Sonics was trying to go up the inside of Lazar there, and there's absolute chaos behind. I can't keep up at this stage. But now we have Bolt in the lead from Chilla Killer. 3rd is Lazar, from Chazza. 4th is Lazar, who's now just got overtaken by Sonics. No, Lazar's just got his position back there. Lazar the Greek, P4, Sonic's 5th, J Hobson UK 6th, Val in 7th. Oh dearie me, we've got some yellow flags. I'm not entirely sure we've got some yellow flags, but we do, as Sonics and Lazar keep going side by side nearly every single corner. I can't keep up. I think, oh yes, I can take a break from viewing these two, but then boom, they're switching positions once more, as Sonics at the moment finds himself ahead of Lazar the Greek in P4, and it looks like Bolt at the moment is pulling away a little bit from Chilla Killer, but of course Chilla will get that all important DRS down the main straight, and he should be able to close on Bolt. Bolt's, of course, sets fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Chilla is certainly closing on Bolt, as Lazar the Greek has got as Chilla sets it down the inside of Bolt here. Bolt has to give him a little bit of space to make sure there isn't any contact. But now, with Chilla compromising Bolt's run out of the corner, and now with DRS, is he going to be able to make a move down into turn 4? Oh, he's sent it up the inside, has Chilla. Is he going to make the move stick on Bolt? Bolt with a brilliant switchback. I'm not sure we're looking at that, but Bolt has managed to keep himself ahead of Chilla Killer, as Chilla Killer sent it up the inside of turn 4, but couldn't get the move done, as Chazza is now certainly enjoying seeing them battle. But I think Chazza had some front wing damage after he made a mistake out of that very corner where he spun a little bit. And boy oh boy, as we've got Sonics in 4th. I'm not entirely sure what happened to Lazar. Lazar had to pit, of course. He got a 5-second time penalty, We've also got Woody Racing, whose race has just gone from bad to worse, now also in the pit lane. And I think we've had Dougie Afroman run wide. There is Jay Hobson, Val and Anna have all gained positions. So non-stop action here in our sprint race so far, as Dougie Afroman mounts that curb quite severely, I must say, as King No Skill, good to see him in here after he missed the first race. I did see him join just after, so I'm very unfortunate for him there, as we've got Dougie now close to Anel Tanovic for 7th place. So it seems like we're getting a little bit of we're bringing a little bit of calmness back to the Nemesis Online Racing League, as Bolt sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1:43.6. As Dougie is gaining on Anel Tanovic, but he's going to be too far back to make a move here. Unless, no, he does not. He does not. As King No Skill looking to go up the inside of his teammate. Not quite, as we've got Paddy Brick into the pit lane. I'm not too sure why. It might be for a front wing change. We'll stay on board here and see. Oh no, we've got the G-Man and Testameister side by side. It looks like it, at the moment, is Testameister who's got himself ahead. But we've also got battling further up ahead, and it's going to be the G-Man setting up the inside of Testameister. He's not going to make that move. Sticky goes too deep. Oh, the Testameister spins. The G-Man has hit the back of him somehow. I'm not sure how he hit the back of him there, but Testameister spun. And oh dear, Testameister, it's not been a good day for him, as he is now down in 14th place, as the squabble between Dougie Afroman, Val and Anel Tanovic is heating up here. As Anel Tanovic has somehow, somewhere, got himself past Val, as Dougie is now looking to do the same thing, trying to go around the outside of him here, into the next corner. Val's going to defend and make sure there's no space for his teammate to get past him. But now, Dougie Afroman has got a very, very good run here, through the long right-hander on Val. Val is going to have to defend the inside line. Nowhere to go at the moment for Dougie Afroman, as everyone runs very wide out of that corner. But Dougie Afroman now in the slipstream of Val, heading down into the final corner, as now he will be wanting to use that beautiful, some would say beautiful, some would say plastic, and it's not authentic for racing, DRS to try and get past Val. But it looks like he's a bit too far back, as Val has absolutely launched it. And who's that? Who is that? King No Skill. He's come out of nowhere. He's come out of absolutely nowhere and's got past Dougie Afroman. I didn't even know he was there. He's either sent some stamps from bloody Canada to Bahrain to get up the inside there, but Dougie Afroman's then run deep correspondingly into the next corner, and King No Skill is up into P8, as Val has been a bit of a beneficiary. He lost the pressure that he's going to have from Dougie Afroman. But King No Skill, very late on the brakes, I must say, oh boy, is now behind him, as Woody set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 1:42. Of course, that is unconsequential, though, as he's down in P16 after some contact with Val at turn 1. As Val is going to have to defend from King No Skill. He's been sending it into most of the corners, as King No Skill not quite able to send it into that corner. It's a very narrow corner, narrow apex, so it's very hard to do any overtaking into that corner. But it looks like, oh, Dougie Afroman, no, who is it? It's King No Skill. He's gone spinning around. He's touched the inside of that curb, and he has lost a huge amount of time from Anel, Val and Dougie. More and more chaos in this race, as Dougie goes for a little bit of a spin there, and that's going to allow Hefford to get past, is it? He's certainly going to have a massive advantage in the straight line here, as it looks like Val is going to go down the inside of Anel Tanovic, as we're going to keep an eye on everything going on here. As Val has absolutely missed the corner to cut across the racetrack. How has he not got a tyre penalty for doing that? And Anel Tanovic has regained P6. There's Hefford is up into P8. Is he? Oh, Dougie Afroman tries to send it on the Campos driver, and is he going to get the move done? He will. Dougie Afroman back up into P8, Sorry, P9 with Hefford in 8th, Val in 7th, and Anel Tanovic in 6th place. So King No Skill coming to the pit lane after his spin. Oh boy, this has been a chaotic race, and we've still got quite a bit of laps to go as Anel Tanovic runs wide there. As we've got some yellow flags, and now that's going to allow Val to get potentially back up into 6th place. Is he going to do so? Yes, up the inside of Anel Tanovic goes Val, and he should hold on to it. He's get back onto the racing line. He's just got to compromise himself for that corner. And now Anel is going to have a very good run no matter what coming out of this corner here. And yes, he is. Look at this. He's going to gain so much on Val. And now he is in the slipstream of the Italian driver. It is Bosnia versus Italy here for P6. Who's going to win it? It looks like Anel has played it a bit smart there, just stuck behind Val so he can get the all-important DRS down this main straight, and this should be a no contest here between these two as Anel Tanovic goes flying past Val down the main straight, not the main straight, that's for sure, down the main straight for P6, but something that is heating up here is the battle for second place between Chillakiller and Chazza. Chazza is just closed himself within DRS, and already with the DRS is within half a second. So very close here between Chillakiller and Chazza. We'll be keeping an eye on that as Bolt is very comfortable in the lead here. He has a 3.5 second lead over Chillakiller, and he is looks like he should be favourite to be winning this race at the moment as Chazza is squabbling all over the back. And it looks like there's been some more chaos and more action between Val and Anel Tanovic here for P6, and I'm sure we're going to have a long queue behind of drivers. Oh, as Val has centred up the inside of turn 10 on Anel Tanovic, but Anel Tanovic with the switchback has got the move back. But I know for a fact that Val has the DRS, but he's going to be far too back to even think of a move on Anel Tanovic into this corner. As we've got Lazar into the pit lane with Kevin Jacobs. So there might have been some contact between those two. There's been some contact behind, which I know I've missed. But there's not much we can do when there is so much action up ahead for the points going on. As it looks like Val, once again, is gaining in the slipstream of Anel Tanovic. Going to play it smart. Not going to make the move, so he gets the DRS. But Anel runs a little bit wide there, does he? And Val now should have a very good exit and a good run on Anel Tanovic down this main straight with the DRS. He is in the slipstream. He should get the move done down the inside. Anel defends ever so slightly as now we've got Hefford also in this battle. Val looks like he should hold on, get the move done on Anel. He does indeed, but Anel has got a very nice switch back line, and Val, he's nearly got off the track and he's the fence here. Anel is going to have to go the long way round into turn 4. Is he going to get the job done? No, Val goes very, very deep, almost off the circuit indeed, and this is going to allow Hefford to potentially get through. As I've seen, Chillakiller has made some sort of mistake, and it's in P5 from P2. I'm not sure what's happened there. There's been so much chaos between Val, Hefford and Anel that we've missed whatever's happened to Chillakiller there. I know Chazza was close behind, and that has now promoted Chazza up into P2. 5.5 seconds behind his teammate Bolt. Sonics is 3rd, 4th is Jay Hobson, 5th is Chillakiller, 6th is Val, and 7th is Anel Tanovic, but that could all soon change very, very quickly as Anel Tanovic was trying to launch it around the outside, and now Val is going to go defensive once again into this corner and cost himself a good exit onto this main straight as Testemeister's DNF'd. I'm not entirely how that has happened, but he is out of this Grand Prix. It's been a bad day for those two Italians, Danny Abinlaha and Testemeister. Been a bad day for them because teammates, bad days. Now they are both retired from our sprint race here, but now Anel Tanovic is gonna, looks like he's gonna absolutely move past Val there, and great job there by Lazar the Greek to get out the way and make sure he doesn't get involved in any of the chaos between these two, as it looks like Anel is gonna just about hold on to his position for the time being on Val, but now they are squabbling over position. Here's we've also got Dougie now joining in on the battle, but Val, it looks like he's gonna lose his place here to Hefford. Oh, and Adol's gone massively wide here, and he's gonna lose out, is he? Yes, he is. He's gonna lose his position to Hefford and Val. And Altanovic making a mistake that was also costly. Oh dear, Hefford's defending his place from the dive bomber. Val has absolutely missed his braking zone, and Val is up into P6. Look at this, we've got the Italian version of the Trulli train. Of course, Chiano Trulli is Italian. The Italians love a Trulli train. As now we've got Altanovic in the slipstream of Val here. Is he going to get the move done up the inside? He certainly goes up the inside, but is Val going to be able to hold it around the outside? Anel's giving him the space. Is Val there? Is he there? Yes, he just about holds on to P6 for the time being from Altanovic. And there is more drivers lining up behind with Hefford and Dougie Aframan behind. This is absolute chaos, and then I think we've got a lapped car of Shazza just behind. Oh boy, I don't know what's going on here. This is absolutely fantastic battling here between these two, and it's only for P6. But now, Adol nearly going into pit lane there, trying to get in the slipstream with Val. Here's closing. Val gives up the inside line. Very questionable there by Val, as Adol looks to go up the inside. He's got it done. Adol up the inside of Val for P7, but of course, it is not over until the checkered flag waves, and it looks like that Val is going to try and get the move back. The position back on Adol, up the inside into turn 4. He sends it, Adol goes wide, and Val, has he got P6 back? Adol is there on this left hand side, I can see in his mirror, but yes, he has got the move done. But Adol looking for a switch back here, trying to go around the outside through the S's. This battling is not over though, as Adol now tries to go around the outside of Val through that corner, and we can't even see because the camera angle is so bad. But Val has maintained P6 for the time being. Oh, and we've got Hefford up the inside of Dougie Aframan. There's been some contact between the two as Hefford's forced Dougie off the track there. But that has moved himself up into P, and once again between Adol and Val. Adol up the inside of Val here. But it looks like Val, he's lost the position. He's lost the position to Adol, has Val, as Hefford and Dougie is side by side. Oh my days, this is absolutely ridiculous battling between these four drivers, as once again it is Val in the slipstream of Altanovic coming down towards the final corner. Is Val going to just send it up the inside? Yes, he is. It looks like Adol might just have snagged the DRS though. I wonder who's got the DRS. Oh, here it's Val. Val has got the DRS on Adol. Adol is defending the inside line. No room on the inside there for Val, as Val's going to have to go the long way around once more to try and get this move done on Adol. Oh, and it looks like Dougie Aframan went up, tried to go up the inside of Altanovic there, but that didn't quite work, as Adol is now trying to get this move done on Val once more. He's going to have to go around the outside. Val's going to have the inside line, and I think he might look for a switch back on Val, but I think he might have Dougie Aframan there. Oh, as Adol with a brilliant exit has got the inside line for these next corners. But Val is not going to give up, that is for sure. He's trying to hold on, and he just about is given enough room. Adol with the inside line. Val goes defensive. He tries to squeeze him as much as they can. This is fantastic stuff between these two, as Adol has just about found himself ahead. Please don't go side by side into here. They have indeed though, as Val has overcooked it into that braking zone, as we're going to have to just quickly go to see where Chazza is. Bolt is in the last corner, but Adol, for the time being, is past. Oh, as Val's lost position to Dougie Aframan as well, but it's going to be Bolt who wins the sprint race here. But we're going to go immediately back here as Dougie Aframan has somehow found himself up into P6. Adol is P7. He sent it up the inside of Dougie Aframan there for P6. Oh, and Dougie has come immediately back at him. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, as Val as now up the inside of Adol into the final, down towards the final corner. Who is going to get P7? Who's going to get P6 here? It's going to be a drag race to the line. Oh, it's gonna, oh, who's gonna get it? It's gonna be Dougie Afterman from Val and then Anel Tanovic. Oh my goodness gracious me. What an absolute battle that was between Dougie Afterman, Val, Anel Tanovic and Hefford. Those four drivers put an absolutely fantastic display of racing there. And it was all kept clean. There was no major contact that sent drivers off the track. Fair play to all of them, and that is what the Nemesis Online Racing League is all about. But most importantly, it is Bolt who takes home the win over his teammate Chazza. So a very strong start for Russian Time, taking the wins in both the sprint race and the feature race. Sonics with a very good performance in P3. Jay Hobson, very good performance there and takes home P4. I think that might be his best result in the F1 leagues. So congratulations there to Jay Hobson. Chiller Killer in 5th. Of course, he was up in 2nd. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. There might have been some contact between him and Chazza. I'm not too sure as we missed it. But now we're just waiting for the final classification to come up. And of course the podium celebration, the Russian Time drivers both again featuring on the podium. Fantastic. It is Bolt who takes home the win from Chazza. Oh boy. Danny G just informing Jay Hobson came P2 in Brazil. That's right. I forgot. But still a fantastic performance by Jay Hobson. As we've got Danny Bin Lahar very angry in the chat. I'm not entirely what happened and what caused him to be so angry. Of course, he retired from the Grand Prix. But yes, as we'll go back onto now, Bolt in 1st, Chaz is 2nd, 3rd is Sonics. Sorry, we've got to go sprint race. 1st, Bolt. 2nd is Chazas. 3rd, Sonics. 4th, Jay Hobson. 5th is Chiller Killer. 6th is Dougie. 7th is Val. 8th is Anel. 9th is Hefford. 7th is Schectifer. 11th is King No Skill. 12th is Paddy Brick. 13th is Woody Racing. 14th is Jacobs Motorsport. 15th, G-Man. 16th, Lazar. 17th, Skull. Testameister in 18th, Danny in 17th. But now the results overall is Bolt. He is in the championship lead. Of course, he gets some points for qualifying and the fastest lap. I'll just have to pause my stream here to make sure I get that back. So at the moment, we've got Bolt in the lead from Chaz in 2nd, Jay Hobson in 3rd, Woody in 4th, 5th is Lazar. This is for the championship standings. 6th is Chiller Killer, 7th is Sonics, Paddy Brick in 8th, Val in 9th, and we've got Dougie in 10th, Testo in 11th, and Anel Tanovic in 12th place. As I'm just about catching my breath back. What a fantastic, fantastic round 1 of the Formula 2 Championship here by the Nemesis Online Racing League we have had here tonight. Absolutely incredible display of battling and fair driving on display here, and that is going to finish it here for tonight. And of course we will see you once again next week at the same time, of course 11 PM Central Eastern European time, 10 PM British Summer Time, and of course 7 AM in good old sunny Australia. And of course I can't remember what track we are at next. We're at Baku next, the Baku City Circuit in Azerbaijan for round number 2. So of course we will see you all then. Thank you for coming along, thank you for watching. It's been me, Nibbler331, and goodbye.